Welcome everybody and hello. Hey y'all. This is the season premiere of Straight Up Shoppe. This show basically is a show that comes with a lot of diversity. We have a lot of real topics that we're going to touch on with you guys. I am your moderator tonight. My name is Aubrey Williams. I have two of our co-hosts on here tonight that will definitely bring some great topics that will be able to relate to you in your personal life. We have Toya today talking about co-parenting, and B Pride over here as well to my left talking about fatherlessness. We definitely will not be here if we did not have No Sense Media, and we are powered by BodyguardTV. We just thank you guys so much for being here. We really do.
Absolutely.
Toya, what's going on, friend? How are you?
I'm so excited to be here.
I'm excited to be here too.
Yes.
So what are you gonna talk to us about in regards to co-parenting? What do you have for the people today?
So tonight we're going to be talking about co-parenting, which is a topic I definitely can relate to personally. Mm-hmm. I'm a mother of 4 beautiful children, mm-hmm. and so I definitely know what it takes from, one extreme to the other when it comes to co-parenting. From the difficult parts of it, as well as, if there's a compromise, if there's a plan in place, then that thing can work out. And so, hey, this is Straight Up Shoppe, so let's just get straight to it.
Let's get right on to it.
Now, let's just say that you have a situation where, maybe the father is in a relationship. He's booed up, and the mom, she's not, okay? So dad is booed up, the mom is not. Do you feel that with him being in that new relationship that affects how he parent or co-parent with the mother? Anybody?
Not at all. I don't think it affects anything. I feel as if you're responsible enough, right, to maintain your relationship and be there for your child as well. Mm-hmm. I feel like that's where the co-parenting exists at. Like you still do your life while still being there for your kid.
Okay. Well, I know that there are times whenever, the father or the mother moves on and the other party, they feel away. They feel like that person has a say. And unless that new person in the relationship is like the wife or the husband, sometimes the girlfriend tend to put her sense in, or the dad, the new boyfriend puts his sense in, and that can cause conflict, between mom and dad. So anybody know any situations like that? Because I definitely know that it happens where, she don't want you. So we'll just say with the father's perspective, she don't want, he's moved on, and the mom doesn't want, the new girlfriend combing her baby's hair, mm-hmm. And it's like, don't touch my child, and, all that foolishness. But the ultimate goal is to co-parent cohesively. Right. So I know y'all know a situation where that has definitely affected, the co-parenting aspect, right?
In the instant that was a situation, though, where she didn't want the new girlfriend combing her daughter's hair, mm-hmm. I feel like if you send your daughter over here with her hair combed, I wouldn't have to touch it.
Oh,
that's a good point. That's a good point.
So, I feel like that comes from, a mother.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And that kind of separates it from a mother and a mama. A mama's going to send mm-hmm. you anywhere looking any kind of way, but a mother is going to make sure you're taken care of so you don't have that problem.
Mm-hmm. That's a very good point. So on the flip side of it, where the mother has moved on and the father hasn't, and as some men or some dads tend to feel like, I don't want another man raising my son or raising my daughter, So, unless you step up to the plate and don't allow that new relationship to affect how you co-parent, but we all know it happens, right?
It does.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think that we have to take the kid is the most important piece of the puzzle, right? Mm-hmm. So if the significant other has the kid's point of view, mm-hmm. then I think that it should be okay.
And it can work.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. All right. So let's move on to financial. Okay, so when you're talking about, let's say, child support, so maybe the court has ordered the father, we'll say the father, and I'm not picking on the dads, but we know that that's a common a common topic where the dad is usually the one that's paying child support, although there are mothers that pay child support as well, right? But in this example, let's just say that the dad is paying child support and the mom, if she uses that money on maybe rent or the water bill or some other kind of, bill, do you feel like when little Johnny has an extra need, maybe he needs some more shoes or maybe there's a sporting event that he needs to be paid, should the dad be held responsible to do above and beyond his monthly obligation?
I mean, women do it all the time. So what's the problem with the men doing it?
Okay.
So I want to say this, and it's regarding going through co-parenting classes and things of that nature. The ideal is to make sure that the child has the same experience in both homes. And so your money's going to make sure that your kid at his mom's house he has the same duplication at both homes. The same rules, the same standards, the same regulations and guidelines. It's like he's not going over to mom's house and it's strict, but then he comes over to your house and he does what he wants. He runs rampant. So I think that just primarily keeps the baby stable. And when it comes to getting things that he actually, extra things that he needs, I mean, that's just a part of being a dad. Now, I mean, you understand that sometimes when the man's being run through the system, he gets what we call raped financially. I can understand why he would want to just say you get torched for $1K a month. I can understand why you wouldn't want to do anything extra, but at the same time, that's your baby. You gotta do what you gotta do for your baby. Point blank, period.
Okay. That's a very good point. Because I know that, sometimes, if I'm honest, the child support do be ridiculous. It depends on the situation. Because I know if the parent that has to pay has a really good job, but let's just say that they only have one child. Sometimes y'all must agree, like that child support be a little bit ridiculous when you have maybe a 3 or 4 year old and that child support, $700 to $800. What 3-year-old, 4-year-old, has $700 to $800 worth of needs? I mean, I understand the roof, they need rent and the basic stuff, but there's those times where you see the mother, maybe her nails are done, her hair is done, she's getting child support, she's not working, maybe she's living off of the child support, and then she's wanting, or expecting the dad to do more and above and beyond. And have y'all experienced that or know someone who has went through that part of it?
At that point, it's called being greedy.
Right.
Okay.
That part.
Let's be honest. At that point, it's called being greedy.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, kids are expensive. We all know that. Diapers cost a lot. But at that point, it's called being greedy. Like, you're good.
Right.
She's looking for her self-support.
Yeah, I mean, I would seriously have a problem if every time I see you get on red bottoms and Michael Kors purse.
But she's not working though.
Right, and then my kid walking around with, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with Walmart shoes, but come on, you got on red bottoms and a Michael Kors purse, and my baby got on blades.
Like priorities.
Make it make sense.
Right.
Make it make sense.
That part.
So we got a question from the viewer.
Okay.
Right. So it says, based on the amount of the child support order, if the father or mother does not make enough to survive themselves, how can that affect the co-parenting?
Oh, it definitely can affect the co-parenting. Definitely. If the father is not making enough and then there's a demand for him to pay more or, or meet the need, is that the question?
Just basically if the court is ordering them for the $800, right? If they don't make enough to survive themselves, how can that affect the co-parenting? Like, how can that relationship be between him, the child, and the mother?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, or vice versa.
Right.
So,
no, go ahead.
Okay, so dealing with that question now, I know somebody that's gone through that. And the court torched him, didn't care, and he went to go get another job to supplement. Found out about that, they attacked it again. So it's like a lose-lose when it comes to that. I don't know any other way around it, because no matter what you pick up, they gonna recommend or require that you report it.
Yeah.
So I don't know another way around it.
So would you say that communication is key, meaning that we can come up with understanding outside of the court? You know what I mean?
Oh,
That's
yeah,
typically
that's
the number
compromise.
one. That's typically the number one way to go. But of course, like TK said earlier, you got people that want to be greedy or want to be spiteful or strifeful and want to run you through the system. That's really the number one way to go with it. Let's work out something amongst one another. I trust you that you're going to uphold your end of the bargain.
Right.
You trust me, or at least you say you do. Mm-hmm. Then it don't always go that way, especially when greed creeps in. So.
Honestly, in my opinion, once you factor in, because communication is the key to every relationship.
Right.
So once you factor in the judicial system, you have now taken that communication away. Because like you said, you throw a black man over to the system,
He done.
tax. You feel me? So I can relate to that, right? Any job that you get, taking it out. So my thing is, once you allow the court to come in between, I really feel like there can't be any communication, because now you don't run your relationship.
So
You gave up that control.
That's
Absolutely.
where the resentment comes in.
Oh, absolutely.
With the court system.
Absolutely. And on touching on finances, I know that could be a subject that we really it's going to take longer than this segment to discuss, because there are some touchy situations. And but I just want to add this, because you had mentioned this earlier about the household having, the same thing in one household over
Complementing one another, yeah.
Yes. And I do think that it's important when you have, that there's a routine in place, because I may, expect my child to do one thing in my house, but then when he goes to dad's house, he ain't got no curfew. He can eat what he want, And so, so again, like I said, we could be talking about this all day, but
So
just
both
for the...
parties, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Both parties need to be on the same accord.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
That's what's the problem.
Yes.
Because people are different. They handle their households different.
Right.
So that's the problem.
Right. And so we could discuss that a whole nother, because that could go,
Which is in part why the
Uncle T is
relationship
holding
that
people
we're in.
accountable.
Right.
All right. Well, we're going to cut it off right there. Thank you so much, Toya, for kind of starting the show out with this co-parenting. We're going to take a quick break and have a word from our sponsors.
We at A. Nicole Entertainment Management Group strive to bring your vision to life by helping serve all the needs to assure you have a successful event or presentation. We specialize in booking venues, managing budgets, negotiating contracts and fees, booking performers, managing events, personal assisting, event branding, and more.
Being able to explore all the possibilities of your imagination, that is what being a creator is. Being a creator is awesome because it opens up endless possibilities when it comes to creating the next big story for film, or the story for the stage, or the story for television. It's kind of allows you to open your mind to a lot of things.
You know how hard I work for my career. And I'm not going to let anything or anyone come between me and my career. I'm the highest paid and the most powerful woman in my division.
Going to school for script writing, shadowing other writers and directors and producers out there, going to acting classes, all things I never had. I basically taught myself how to write and act by YouTube videos, reading books, reading a couple of scripts, all things that taught me how to become a very great, powerful writer. I Am Corte Entertainment have produced many productions, from talk shows to stage plays to short films, feature films, and web series, and still producing more to this day. So many people out there think they cannot write a script. I say yes, you can. All you need is determination, motivation, and a story. Stories are all around us. Watch the news, read the newspaper, read a magazine. Your next big story is right there. Your next big story will be right here in your family. The name I Am Corte comes from simple. I Am Corte. I Am Corte, the founder of I Am Corte Entertainment.
And we are back from that commercial break. We want to take the time out to shout out Yala event coordinator, I Am Corte Entertainment, and Nicole Entertainment Management. Thank you guys so much. We appreciate you here. And now we will be bringing in the other host that has a great topic for us on today. Be proud. He's talking about fatherlessness on today. Let's talk about it.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, either we've all experienced it or we know somebody that has grown up in a household with an absent father, or even a father that's present but not active or not present. I know I said that kind of.
No, that makes a lot
No,
of
I was
sense.
following
It does.
you. I was
Yeah.
following
So, I want to ask you guys this question. How do you feel that a father not being present in the home affects the household in general, affects the atmosphere of the household, the environment of the household? What's your take on it? How do you feel that it affects the household? Or do you think it even matters?
I think it does matter. A father not being present in the home is detrimental to children, in my opinion. Meaning that the schoolwork, they're more prone to be in poverty, just from the statistic, right?
Right.
So I think a father is very, very important. Like sports and just teaching certain things, how to fix the car or whatever,
Right.
Just that presence is very important.
Gotcha. Senpai, I'd like for you to chime in on this. Let me get your take on this.
Well, from actually growing up in a fatherless home, it did have an effect on me per se, but I didn't really realize that or grow out of it, until I got older. Because I was always, oh, you're very feminine, because I was in the house with 3 females and then just myself. I was raised by my mom, 2 older sisters, and I got a baby sister. So, the whole thing, the whole stigmatism, oh, you might grow up to be, feminine or this and that. Like, I guess not having that father figure, it would have been good to, have somebody be like, hey, they talking about all this stuff over here, just like an escape route almost. Not saying like I want to get away from family, but, just like another outlet to talk to, a different perspective per se.
Absolutely. So, to your point, I was actually raised in a household full of women. It really wasn't a male present. So I know exactly what you mean. And so the stereotype that goes along with it, raised by all them women, something gonna turn out wrong with that boy. I'm like, and it turns out, I turned out fine. But of course, I would have loved to have some male guidance, some type of male blueprint or format to go by. That would have been very helpful. Of course, my father was absent, which is the cause for this topic on the day. So, yeah, I want to, next I want to go to, when we talk about drug abuse and alcohol addiction, I want to ask you guys, would you happen to know anybody or have experienced it yourself with children being strung out on drugs or addicted to alcohol? And do you think that an absent father has actually played a part in the road that they chose to go as far as drug abuse and alcohol addiction?
Well, go ahead, Senpai.
Well, honestly, like I say, growing up in that, right? I wouldn't say it takes a toll, depending upon who your mother is. Because my mother was aware of the statistics, right? Oh, grow up and, you don't have your father, such and such percentage, going to jail or, dead in the streets or in the graveyard. Like, it's the statistics. But my mother is who really kept me on track. It was at one point when we were younger, she called us, like, she wanted to be called mom and daddy. Because she was like, he ain't coming back, so y'all don't need to worry about all that. But at the end of the day, my mama did what she needed to do to make sure that I was a sustainable young man, So I really feel like it depends on the mother per se. Because at the end of the day, you got some deadbeats out there who just not going to do what they're going to do. So I saw my mother step up and teach me things, She got me involved in football. She didn't know how to play football, right? But she taught me the mentors, got like father figures, So I really feel like it may depend upon the mother.
And I'll just say, like, from a female's perspective, thank goodness I didn't have that experience because I had a father and I also had a stepfather present. So I didn't experience it personally, but I have friends, tons of friends that I know that grew up without a dad in their life. And I don't know as far as like them turning to drugs and alcohol that affected it, but I know them being promiscuous, you know what I mean? Because there's no structure there. There's no, they're looking for dad. I have a friend, she ended up getting with an older guy, much older. And I felt like because of her father not being there, that was the reason why she chose someone much older, is because she was looking for her father, And so, again, not necessarily the drugs and alcohol thing, but you do see that behavior in girls, right? When they don't have a father present, that they tend to be mistreated by men. They take stuff,
Right.
They allow stuff to be, to be treated any kind of way because they didn't have that structure there because mom can only do so much, right?
Right.
And so, so that's just from, female's perspective, that it definitely affects girls as well.
Like an abandonment issue kind of thing.
Absolutely.
Right.
Abandonment, definitely.
Trying to repair that broken bitterness that they may have.
So, with what you just said, you actually rolled into my next topic. So, when it comes to imprisonment and early teen pregnancy, which you've already touched on, but do you think that it plays a major part in with fathers? Okay, so for instance, I know some people that say, especially young boys and or should I say young men my age, and young ladies that say that if their father was present, they would have never wound up in the prison system. Or if my father was present, I would have never become a teen mom because I would have had a man to show me, to your point, how to choose, what values and qualities and traits to look for in a man so that I know how to choose appropriately, efficiently, and effectively. So I want to ask you guys, do you know anybody or have you experienced it yourself?
Definitely. I think subconsciously, we're not aware of, like, it affects us by not having a father. I think subconsciously it does. I got involved in a lot of things as a young teenager, growing up in Chicago. Some things that I shouldn't tell y'all, you know what I mean? that I was involved in. But I think not having a father, that played a major role in that, Right.
Yeah, it's definitely, I have, like you said, about the teen pregnancy. Yeah, even though mom is there, mom can only do so much or whatever, but it definitely affects. Not having a father, that's like the leader. That's like, if you're a believer, he's the head, right? And so it sets the whole tone. It sets the whole foundation for the family. And if you don't have that, then I mean, naturally you can survive, right? Because there's a lot of single mothers that do a great job and doing the best that they can with, you know, boys, right? Or, you know, girls. But it's just a huge emptiness, you know what I mean? And I can't imagine, like I said, I don't know because I didn't have that, but my friends, you know, they have, and I can't imagine, you know, growing up without that figure and where I would be if I, you know what I mean? Because it was a lot of my identity. My daughter actually grew up without her dad before I got with, you know, someone who took on that responsibility. And she had identity issues, you know, like, why do I look like the way I look? You know what I mean?
Right.
And so that's also a factor too when you don't have that father there. It could be an identity thing.
Yeah, I was just about to say that plays into epigenetics. That plays into epigenetics. Like, you have two beings who created a baby, right? And then one left. That's a whole half of you that you just, it's unknown.
Right.
And I can honestly say, me personally, just from you saying that void for me was filled through, of course, creativity, right? Music, you know, channeling that other stuff, but that definitely plays a part.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well.
I pose a question then. If we're talking about that, do you feel as though that when we're talking about fathers and fatherlessness, with the father not really understanding how to be a father, and he may have had a father present, how can we kind of figure out a way to answer to those particular situations? Because if you don't know how to be a father because you just don't know, then what is it?
That's good.
But
oh, that's really good.
Yeah, that's absolutely
because that's like a generational thing, right?
Right.
It's passed on.
I think that's a generational curse
Yeah.
that is up to us to break.
right.
All right.
Yeah.
So we got one more break for you guys. We're going to take you out. We're going to hear another word from our sponsors, and we'll see you right back. Listen, we got to get started.
When we go to break in, y'all like literally come right there.
Because I can't.
Because I ain't seen nobody do
And I
nothing.
think
I'm talking about, yes, literally.
I'm doing my
Yes,
best.
literally.
I just had my little girl after almost 10 years, actually exactly 10 years of having my son. It was tough, but she motivated me. So I decided to get fit done. Yes, you are my muse. Yes, and mommy getting fit done. So I decided to get up every day, look myself in the mirror, no matter what was going on, no matter how I was feeling. I was determined to be a better version of me for not only myself, but my children. Once you decide to take control of who you are inside and out, everything else will fall into place. Say bye-bye. Bye-bye.
We at A Nicole Entertainment Management Group strive to bring your vision to life by helping serve all the needs to assure you have a successful event or presentation. We specialize in booking venues, managing budgets, negotiating contracts and fees, booking performers, managing events, personal assisting, event branding, and more.
You know, being able to explore all the possibilities of your imagination, that is what being a creator is. Being a creator is awesome because it opens up endless possibilities when it comes to creating the next big story for film, or the story for the stage, or the story for television. You know, it's kind of allows you to open your mind to a lot of things.
You know how hard I work for my career. And I'm not gonna let anything or anyone come between me and my career. I'm the highest paid and the most powerful woman in my division.
Going to school for script writing, shadowing other writers and directors and producers out there, going to acting classes, all things I never had. I basically taught myself how to write and act by YouTube videos, reading books, you know, reading a couple of scripts, all the things that taught me how to become a very great, powerful writer. I Am Corte Entertainment have produced many productions, from talk shows to stage plays to short films, feature films, and web series, and still producing more to this day. So many people out there think they cannot write a script. I say yes, you can. All you need is determination, motivation, and a story. Stories are all around us. Watch the news, read the newspaper, read a magazine. Your next big story is right there. Your next big story will be right there in your family. The name I Am Corte comes from simple. I Am Corte. I Am Corte, the founder of I Am Corte Entertainment.
Welcome back, guys. I hope you got you a snack and came on back. Listen, we had a good conversation, and that was also a word from our sponsors. A1 Fitness, Yala Entertainment, Nicole Entertainment, and I Am Corte. Yes, we appreciate y'all sponsors. Y'all doing the thing, and we love our people. So before the break, we had a word from B Pride. He was talking about fatherlessness. And then before that, we had LaToya talking about co-parenting. I hope you guys were able to kind of get some uplifting in regards to those subjects and just basically kind of understand where we all were coming from that. we're talking about personal experiences. So does anyone have like any final thoughts about any of the topics today? Anything that you didn't get a chance to say, or that you may feel that someone just needs to hear some encouragement about both of those topics? Because I think that this is something that is very imperative for our generations, and definitely this year.
Well, I want to say this, when you're touching on my topic, which is fatherlessness, I just want to say that if nothing is restricting you from being present and active in your child's life, get your butt there and take care of business. It's that simple. The mother ain't going after you. She just letting you do your thing. Hey, just take care of your son.
Yes.
If nothing is restricting you, get there, be there, stay there, groom, and guide. That's all I got to say on that.
I agree.
God.
And communication rules the nation.
Yeah.
That part.
Especially pertaining to your topic, co-parenting. We have to communicate with each other. We have to. That's the only way to make it correct.
Absolutely.
That's true.
If you're man enough to lay down and get it, you're man enough to take care of your responsibilities.
That is true.
Indeed.
There it is.
It's the communication for me.
It's the communication for me too. And I'm saying that because I am a part of co-parenting.
Right.
I'm in Dallas and my son's dad is in Houston.
Mm-hmm.
And it took us a while to get to where we are today. I'm grateful for him.
Mm-hmm.
I did a lot of praying.
Right.
And I took time to look back at what my mom and how my mom handled the situation.
Mm-hmm.
And I noticed that my mom didn't keep me from my father.
Right.
But she let us know, this is it. Here it is. That's your dad.
You make your own decision.
Respect him by all means, but you make your own decisions. And I think that's what helped me get through with everything, because I had the guidance from my mom, because she was the GOAT. I'm gonna just throw that out there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hold it down.
She took care of her business as a woman,
Right.
and as a mother
Mm-hmm.
of 3 by herself. So Mama was the GOAT, which leads to me being the GOAT, right?
Hey.
Period. It's a cause and effect.
Go there.
Shout out to the GOAT.
To the GOAT. GOAT energy transfer.
It's about attention.
Right.
Pay attention.
Right.
Talk less and pay attention more.
That part.
I just want to add to that what Uncle T said about communication being key. Communication runs the nation. That's so true, because I too co-parent from afar. My children are in another state, and so that's very difficult because I can't always be like right there. He can't always, be right there, and so that's definitely difficult, and it's different. My situation is not ideal. It's definitely challenging, but we make it work. So when I had said about I have a lot of experience, I have 4 babies, so I have a lot of experience on how that thing started off difficult, because I'm talking about it was really ugly, right? Yeah. And then we, faced some challenges. We got through that, communicated, and came up with a plan. And over time, it took some time now. This is not just a couple of months. I'm talking about a couple of years for us to get this thing right. And so over a lot of communication, prayers, tears, all of that, we finally was able to, put a plan in place and make that thing work. And today I have the best, relationship with him. I wouldn't trade it for anything. It took us a minute to get there, but I'm glad we finally got there. And so that long distance co-parenting can be challenging, but I'm a witness that it can happen.
It can work.
It can work. So
Absolutely.
you just got to make it make sense.
That's it. That's all. I mean,
Yeah.
one thing that I want to be able to say before we take one more break is that with communicating, we have to make sure that we're communicating while the children are not present.
Oh, yes.
I think a lot of the children see what our mothers and fathers are doing, and it makes them feel some type of way when it comes to those parents that are hurting the ones that they're with majority of the time.
Or like they have to choose.
We need to pick back up on that when we come back.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Listen, that's something that we definitely will have to talk about the next show, because I feel that these kids are victims of that.
Oh, yes.
Right.
And then we
And
wonder.
they don't even know it.
They don't.
And they feel like they have to choose of one parent over the other.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
And then it boils down to verbal and emotional trauma.
Yeah.
So.
Absolutely. So, listen, the final thoughts, I love it. I can't wait to chime back into this again. I love the fact that you guys were bold enough to bring this up to the people and have them to really understand that this is something that you faced, you conquered, and you're giving them advice so therefore they can be able to implement it into their regular lives. So that's something that's good.
Yes.
Listen, I'm excited. I'm excited about everything. I just know the GOAT. The GOAT friend. So listen, kudos to you. You know, you being able to have that and be strong in that, that's what people need and what women need to see.
And yeah, I'm sorry. And that's not enough. I genuinely appreciate you for stepping up to the plate, because I know that is a hard thing. And as a black man, that needs to be said and passed around to our women, because it gets hard, you know, and especially from somebody who saw my mother go through it. So I can, from the child's experience, I definitely understand what you're going through.
Absolutely. And on that note, guys, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna take one more final break. I know I said that already, but don't charge me. Okay, don't do that. Listen, we're gonna take one more final break and hear from our sponsors, and then we'll be right back with Straight Up Shoppe.
We at A Nicole Entertainment Management Group strive to bring your vision to life by helping serve all the needs to assure you have a successful event or presentation. We specialize in booking venues, managing budgets, negotiating contracts and fees, booking performers, managing events, personal assisting, event branding, and more.
You know, being able to explore all the possibilities of your imagination, that is what being a creator is. Being a creator is awesome because it opens up endless possibilities when it comes to creating the next big story for film, or the story for the stage, or the story for television. You know, it's kind of allows you to open your mind to a lot of things.
You know how hard I work for my career. And I'm not gonna let anything or anyone come between me and my career. I'm the highest paid and the most powerful woman in my division.
Going to school for script writing, shadowing other writers and directors and producers out there, going to acting classes, all things I never had. I basically taught myself how to write and act by YouTube videos, reading books, you know, reading a couple of scripts, all things that taught me how to become a very great, powerful writer. I Am Corte Entertainment have produced many productions, from talk shows to stage plays to short films, feature films, and web series, and still producing more to this day. So many people out there think they cannot write a script. I say yes, you can. All you need is determination, motivation, and a story. Stories are all around us. Watch the news, read the newspaper, read a magazine. Your next big story is right there. Your next big story will be right there in your family. The name I Am Corte comes from simple. I Am Corte. I Am Corte, the founder of I Am Corte Entertainment.
Welcome back, beautiful people. That was just a great conversation. It really was. But before you all go, I just want to leave you with, I guess you can say, some kind of inspiration around the topic. Because myself, like I said, I did experience fatherlessness. But to the children who are in homes with absent fathers, it does get better. Regardless if you are emotional or not, I promise you, keep going forward. It may not be the same for you, but in my life, it actually turned out a blessing that I didn't have the influence of my father. But at the end of the day, everybody has their own journey. And if you're co-parenting, communication is the key. Communicate. It's your baby's life, right? It's time to put differences to the side, and it's really time to be adults and make it make sense. But before you all go, just gonna give you another commercial break. Just stay with us for one more minute, and then we come back, we're gonna have a game for y'all. So y'all stay tuned.
Welcome back, y'all. I hope y'all are enjoying the show thus far. You just had a word from Senpai, one of our hosts. So hopefully you enjoy that. I have a game for y'all. Y'all ready?
Well, all right.
I'm competitive. I'm competitive. So.
Listen. Now, I don't know what the prize is, but I hope y'all know I got some tea on down, okay?
Oh,
okay.
Okay.
So the game is called Let's Have Fun. So basically it's a fact about everyone on the panel. We have to figure out who is the person that I'm just saying.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Okay?
Juicy.
Now see, some of this is actually, you will figure it out.
It's the snatch for me.
Okay. Listen. Who am I? My job, my first job was at Dairy Queen. Who all worked at Dairy Queen? First job.
So we need to guess who we think it is.
We
right?
need to guess who it is, because I know. I can't play, because I know who it is.
I feel like I heard somebody say this.
Maybe it was a shiny head right here. I don't know. Can I? You know.
Is it
Welcome to Dairy Queen.
Your shiniest
Yes,
head?
it was a shiniest head. I'm gonna say B. I'm gonna say.
Oh.
I went.
I'm gonna say B.
Now why you play like that? You know you wrong. Anybody, y'all don't know?
B pride. I say B pride.
I say B pride.
B pride, you worked at Dairy?
I never worked at Dairy Queen.
I'm like, because you know how to dip the cone and stuff?
Nah, I did work at Baskin Robbins. So I know how to
But Dairy Queen better don't do that, because they got
Come on.
Baskin Robbins.
Wow.
Baskin Robbins is
Blizzards.
a knockoff.
Oh, man. But
Who was
Rich
it?
Cream, though.
was
I'm saying.
Okay, which one?
Baskin Robbins was a knockoff. Don't get it twisted.
Wait, you a little
I
bit.
was that Dairy Queen special.
No,
okay.
It
All
wasn't.
right.
It wasn't.
I went to school for broadcast. It was TK.
Oh, it was TK. Okay.
Yeah.
The only person.
That's what we do.
The only person.
Listen, you didn't see the defense mechanism they came It's a knockoff.
I missed it.
It's the knockoff.
Baskin Robbins is a
Okay.
knockoff.
Okay, so I went to school for broadcasting. Who am I?
Oh, I'm gonna go with Senpai.
Senpai, yeah.
I'm gonna go with Senpai.
OT?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Senpai.
That's me.
That was you for real. Was it? Is it him for real?
It's him.
Okay. Okay. He said, "Don't
My
sleep on my
dog
breath."
said, that's me.
That's me.
Don't sleep
that's
on
me
it.
for real. That's what's up. That's what's up.
Okay, great. Hold on. Wait a minute.
Oh.
Because, see, this person is connected. Okay, see. I am attached to 614 Crew Productions. Who am I?
Oh, I know that. That's Senpai.
That's pride.
I feel like
614
pride.
Productions. Is that what you said?
614 Productions. Crew Productions.
Yeah, that's
Let
gonna
me
be
get my
Senpai or
words
B.
right.
Senpai.
Yeah, that's because Senpai be, doing his thing on stage. So
Yeah.
That's Senpai.
Senpai.
It's me.
okay, I was like,
Shout out to 614 Crew Productions, my boys. Y'all feel me?
Okay, we got 3 people left. I am the creator of diversity. Who am I?
Aubrey Williams.
Oh,
Aubrey,
be everything. You know what I'm saying?
There's Hello, honey.
it's the moderator for me.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
So you have to read off both of these because we're gonna know if you do one, right?
Right.
Yes.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying?
Good catch.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So this one, my motto is take pride in it, own it.
And be proud about
Be
it.
pride. It's in your name. They gave it up.
And be proud about it.
There we go.
And what's the other one?
Listen, we have the last one. I inspired through my TikTok video.
Hallelujah.
Oh, the TikTok
Yes. A
queen
walking
in this thing,
testimony,
baby. You know what I'm
Latoya.
saying?
The GOAT.
A walking testimony, honey.
Yeah, the queen of TikTok. Come on,
Okay,
man.
it's me.
The,
like that.
listen, you got to put the in front of Latoya, okay? The Latoya.
I am Latoya B.
I am
That's it.
Latoya.
So now let's play another game. What's a fun fact with everybody? Fun fact? Anybody want to go first? Fun fact?
Fun fact.
Popcorn?
A fun fact? Mine's not necessarily fun. Mine's actually a quirk.
Uh-oh.
So, I only eat off of plasticware. Everybody who know me, all my family, friends, they know me. A little OCD, just a little bit, but only when it comes to silverware and stuff. So I only eat off of plasticware.
Question, because I'm with you, but is this when you go out to restaurants or even at home?
This is everywhere. I could be at Michelle and Barack's home, and I would be like, Michelle, can I get?
Do you use plasticware at your home?
At my home too.
Okay,
Yes.
see, I'm with you to a certain extent.
Yeah.
When I go out,
no, it's not because I don't want to wash dishes.
Now, see, that's what I thought. Because, friend, I don't like to wash dishes.
Yeah, I don't either, but it's just because I don't. Like when we go out to eat, I'm asking, plastic, please.
Yeah, because you're right. Mm-hmm. You know what? We were here.
Fun fact, somebody.
You finna go. You finna go.
Fun fact.
Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm still thinking about one.
Oh, yeah. I'm gonna pass it to TK.
I don't have no.
I got a fun fact.
Okay,
go ahead.
Okay. So I'm a part of a production in Dallas. It's called Rainbow Vomit, and it's a play. It's actually coming out, so I will be sending you all tickets for that. But yes, March, I believe 26th.
Okay.
So I will send that out to y'all.
Okay. All right.
I think
Rainbow Vomit. That's definitely
send me tickets.
So we got everything. We got the actors. We got the actresses.
Yeah.
We got everybody. I'm loving it.
And we have a
fun fact.
sis over here. Yes.
Because
lay it on
somebody
sis.
going to the NBA.
I know, right?
Lay it on us.
The WNBA. Sorry. My man. Let me make that right. W. Hello. NBA.
Well, hold on now. There has been a woman that has played in the NBA.
It has?
Yeah. Get on YouTube and look it up. I don't remember her name, but I saw it on YouTube. It's a documentary on it. Yeah. Woman that went to the
Here we are on
NBA.
Straight Up Shop, where they introduced me as the next WNBA All-Star.
You know what?
I am.
Yeah.
Manifestation is the #1 step.
Hello?
I will be your next WNBA player, girl.
Whoa.
You
Yes.
better say it. You better say it.
Yeah.
Claim it.
Oh my God. You ain't got no fun fact?
Fun fact about me. I'm kind of a bougie brother, so I like to eat at upscale restaurants.
Okay.
That's a fun
Ain't nothing wrong
fact.
with that.
Can I have my plasticware though?
You sure can.
Okay, cool.
What's your favorite bougie food?
It would have to be a steak. Oh, caviar. I like that. I heard that. I like that caviar too.
You don't like that filet mignon?
I love that. But I don't eat it a lot. But when I do, I got to get.
But do you know how to cook those bougie foods and stuff too?
Somewhat.
Somewhat, okay.
Somewhat.
I don't think I want no caviar, y'all. It's the texture.
Caviar, yeah.
So y'all ready? Y'all ready? Fun fact about me. I'm very adventurous and spontaneous. To the point where I've knocked out a couple things on my bucket list. I've flown on a plane and I rode on a cruise ship. My next thing, I want to go skydiving.
Oh, wow.
Bro, you would skydive?
Hey, I would.
Oh. I'm not doing that.
Yeah, bro.
I'm not doing that.
Like
I feel like
jump out of the plane.
I was like, you gotta do baby steps though, because you know they got the little simulation chambers.
Baby steps was for me. I had to knock out the plane and the cruise ship. I had to do that all in one
So you
trip.
did that and now you on the sky.
Yes.
That's wild.
Yeah, so.
Let me know where you're going to be at when you do it and I'll wait for you at the bottom, all right?
All right. Well, we are going to cut it, guys. Those are fun facts by us. And also, we had a little bit of things that you guys can go and look at us for. We are your hosts. Uncle T.
It's Uncle T.
Toya. B Pride. Aubrey. Senpai. TK. We are Straight Up Shop. We hope to see you back the next show.
Most definitely.
We will be seeing y'all because I know that y'all gonna come.
Y'all coming back.
All right.
Cause y'all like straight talk.
Make it make
straight
sense.
and direct.
We
When
just
make
dipped
it make
into it.
sense.
We ain't even hit the major points.
So y'all got
But they coming back because they
Yeah,
want to
that's
know what we got
the
to talk
surface.
about.
Right.
Yeah, we ain't.
Yeah.
The tip of the iceberg.
All right.
Yeah.
See y'all later.
Peace, y'all.
Until next time, straight up shop.
Straight up.